And my second question to you is about navigating difficult conversations and employee advocacy. And I know that things have changed, those difficult conversations that sometimes are an inevitable part of the workplace, and from preventing grievances to HR, addressing conflicts, navigating those discussions, and effectively making a significant difference in employee satisfaction and organizational trust. And so let's dive into those the best practices, based on your experience, fostering open dialogue with the employee in advocacy. Because I know when people mention HR, you have to go speak to HR, people become a little intimidated, because we know that they represent the company, not necessarily just the employees. So with that being said, can you elaborate on this question? And I know it's a little shift, in how things are handled nowadays.
Okay, because I wasn't completely clear on how I understood the question. So the question, as I understand it, and I'm just looking at the notes that you sent me, what advice would I give to employees on effectively presenting concerns to HR?
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
You understood it correctly.
Okay.
Yes, you did.
And that's a very good question, because I do get that often, even though technically I'm not doing HR work. Folks, because of my background, folks often, oh, I have this issue and I want to bring it to HR, but I'm not sure how to do that. First and foremost, be clear about what the issue is, what's going on. So take the time to document, or at least reflect on. I'm big on journaling. So journal what's going on. What is that concern that you have? And do your best to articulate it as clearly as possible. Because in HR's responsibility is to, when a concern is brought forth, we need to look into that. We're going to have to sift through all of the fluff around it to get to the meat of what's going on, and make sure if there really is something going on, if there is some violation, if there is something illegal or discriminatory that's going on, we need to know what that is so that we can effectively investigate the right issue, basically what we call the root cause, and then identify how we can resolve that, what type of corrective action we can take. So in terms of how to advise employees to present their concerns, don't be afraid to come to HR. We are not necessarily the bad people. Yes, we do represent the employer, the organization, but we also represent and advocate for the employee. Bring the concern to us, but again, make sure it's clear you understand here's the issue, and it's not just something, oh, my boss doesn't like me because he's telling me I got to do work. Well, the truth is, yes, you do have to work. We paid you. You applied for a position with our organization to do a specific job. We need you to do that. Now, if your boss is asking you to do something that may be unsafe, or that you feel is in violation of company policy or employment laws, then yes, we need to look into that and make corrective actions in that sense, if it's the case. But don't be afraid to come to HR.